Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video on my channel, HAIRLICIOUSLY. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button to stay updated on hair loss and hair transplant topics. Visit my website at HAIRLICIOUSLY.com to purchase your microneedling devices, which are scientifically proven to stimulate hair growth. My low-level laser therapy cap, hair growth vitamins, DHI debulking shampoo and serum, and a few other products for those who are suffering from hair loss. So in today's video topic, I wanted to discuss the topic of hair transplant clinics in Turkey. This is actually a highly requested video, and as you guys may know, Turkey is one of the top destinations people go to for medical tourism. There was actually a 2018 study that showed over 400,000 foreign patients travel to Turkey solely for a hair transplant. So the industry in Turkey, especially in Istanbul, is huge, and a big contribution is a result of the country's low cost of living compared to other surrounding European countries, which in turn means a more affordable hair transplant that many people cannot get, especially in the US and places like in Canada, where an FUE procedure can easily cost $8,000 to $10,000, even higher than that, depending on the graft size, doctor, etc. So a lot of the hair transplant clinics in Turkey provide accommodations, at 5-star hotels, transfers, and their typical hair transplant cost is somewhere in the $3,000 to $5,000 range for most quality clinics. And so it's very affordable. It actually entices a lot of people to get it done in Turkey. I was actually planning on visiting Turkey last March or April, but due to the whole pandemic, I had to cancel my trip. But if things do get better, I'm hoping to visit Turkey sometime later this year. And I would actually love to document the whole hair transplant process from one of the well-known clinics from start to finish. Beginning with the arrival at the airport to the whole transportation and transfer, showing you guys around Istanbul and the various recommended things to do, and just overall the whole hair transplant process. Everything that you guys would need to know and see to make you feel more comfortable with the overall process, especially for those who are first-time visitors of Turkey and are somewhat overwhelmed or apprehended. Turkey, especially Istanbul, still remains as one of the safest destinations in the world to travel, and they openly welcome anybody with its well-known tradition of hospitality. So Turkish people are actually extremely friendly, and most people who visit end up having a very pleasant time there. Now, with that said, for those who are planning on going to Turkey to get a hair transplant, I think it's very crucial that patients select a high-quality clinic where just not the doctor, but also the technicians have proven results and they can provide a natural-looking hair transplant. As it is with any clinic all over the world, the doctor and his or her staff need to really demonstrate proficiency to performing high-quality hair transplants. They also need to have excellent patient feedback, good reputation in the hair transplant industry, also amongst other doctors, other hair transplant doctors and former patients. And they need to truly master the art of proper hair orientation and angle to achieve a natural quality hair transplant. I will add that a high quality hair transplant clinic also utilizes highly proficient and experienced technicians who have years and years of experience and who really understand the art of hair transplantation. In Turkey, it's not really uncommon for the technicians to do the majority of the work, starting with the extractions to the implantations during hair transplant, especially with the supervision of the doctor. So if you want to go to Turkey, you want to make sure that you have a highly experienced staff that is working for you. So the clinic that I want to share with you is called Cosmedica. I've done a lot of research on this clinic as well as patient feedback. I've spoken with Dr. Jar regarding his methods for FUE, which I will discuss in a little bit, and just seen incredible transformations that I'll also share with you guys. He is a member of the International Society of Hair Restoration Surgery. He does speak 3 languages, Turkish, English, and German. He's known to be one of the world's leading hair restoration doctors in the world. So let's talk a little about Dr. Jar's hair transplant method and why I feel that it is very superior compared to other methods. All of the hair transplants at his clinic are done via FUE, and he's perfected what's known as the DHI Sapphire hair transplantation technique. This is a very special technique that utilizes the sapphire blade, which is used to make the lateral incisions on the recipient area. They're microblades, meaning that they replace the traditional chisel-shaped blades that are typically used to create the recipient sites, which oftentimes creates a lot more trauma to the area as they are bigger and wider. The sapphire blades are a lot smaller, they're micro, and since they're in the shape of an arrow, the incisions are minimally invasive, and it also results in faster healing time. Now, once the lateral slits are created and the grafts are extracted from the donor zone, they're loaded up into a DHI implanter pen and then implanted implanted into the pre-made slits made from the sapphire blades. Now, some people might argue and say, why is the doctor doing redundant work when he can just use the DHI implanter pen and implant the grafts without having to create the lateral slits on the recipient zone? So if you guys don't actually know what the DHI implanter pen is, it's basically a pen licking device where you load up each graft and directly implant it in the scalp without having to make any of the slits. It does the job simultaneously when you stick in the loaded graft into the scalp and then release it and pretty much plant it in there. The problem of DHI method is that you need to use different sized implanter pens. So for example, if you have grafts that contain anywhere from 1 to 4 hair grafts that you guys want to implant, let's say a double or triple, the needle gauge is going to be wider in diameter compared to just 1 hair graft, which is going to result in additional trauma from the wider gauge needles. Now, the main goal when it comes to hair transplantation is for the scalp to receive as little trauma as possible. Less trauma means, faster healing times. And from Dr. Ajar's practice, implanted grafts actually grew a lot quicker using his method of sapphire DHI. So the benefit of the technique is that the slits created from the sapphire microblade can accommodate any size needle gauges from the DHI implanter pen because of the scalp's elasticity, all without having to widen the area where the grafts are being implanted. Unlike the DHI, where the scalp receives a lot more trauma, the larger the DHI implanter needle gauges are, depending on the size of the graft. The other benefit of combining sapphire with DHI is that when the grafts are being implanted with DHI pen into the pre-made slits from the sapphire blade, the DHI pen actually ensures placement of grafts with a 360-degree protection, and it also helps avoid any potential transection or graft damage. So imagine a straw and you place a graft inside the straw. So it's actually being protected 360 degrees. And then once you actually put it in the pre-made slits from the sapphire blade, it just goes gently in there and literally just stays in there. So honestly speaking, it is extra work, but it results in far less trauma to the scalp, which is going to, like I said, help with recovery time and has resulted in a very successful outcome. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some before and after photos using the DHI sapphire method, and you guys are going to see how natural and incredible the results are. So all of them actually have great density, impeccable hairline, natural looking results, and I feel like the doctor and technicians did a great job overall. Now let's move on to pricing. So as far as pricing, they have two packages. The DHI Sapphire package, gonna cost roughly about $3,600 USD, and the VIP package, Sapphire DHI, which is around $4,800 USD. This is as of this video's current exchange rate. You can get up to 3,500 grafts, which is more than enough for most people. And for some reason, if you guys need a mega session, 7,000, 8,000 grafts, you would only have to pay an extra $1,200 USD, which would cover any excess grafts. Now, the only difference between the two is that the VIP package has Dr. Ajar creating incisions. The regular package has senior technicians who will be performing the slit incisions. The senior technicians are considered to be the elite, as they have a minimum of 5 years specialized experience, and they are also selected and trained and examined by Dr. Ajar. So you don't have to worry about some random technician with a lack of experience working on you during the procedure. And during the whole procedure, the operation is planned and supervised by Dr. Ajar. 5-star hotel accommodations are provided in the pricing, along with any blood work that is required. They also have this interesting thing called the needle-free anesthesia, which is it's a new technology that utilizes a jet injector via high pressure to penetrate the scalp and it eliminates the need for traditional needles as well as most of the pain that is associated with local anesthesia. The worst part when I had my 2 procedures via FUE is the anesthesia part, just hands down. I received my local anesthesia via a needle and would probably have to rate the pain anywhere from like 6 to 7 out of 10. So this really is helpful in eliminating any phobias of needles or anxiety and a majority of the pain that is associated with the typical anesthesia shots. So overall, I think Cosmedica by far is one of the best clinics in Turkey. Dr. Acar and his specialized technicians utilize the latest technology, DHI Sapphire hair transplantation technique, which is by far one of the superior techniques that result in reduced trauma and faster hair growth. And his results are also backed up with so many satisfied patients with natural before and after results. Overall, he's a great doctor who is really passionate in the field of hair transplantation if you get a chance to talk to him. And he truly cares about his patients and in providing the best care that he can as possible. So if you guys want a free consultation, make sure to visit Cosmedica at cosmedica.com. And hopefully later this year, I'm really looking forward to going to Turkey if things really do get better. I really want to share with you guys the whole experience of just going to Turkey, Istanbul, and then just walking you guys through, you know, the whole process and also show you guys parts of Istanbul and things that you can do there, eat there, you know, sightseeing, all that good stuff. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave us some comments below. I'm going to have all of Cosmedica's contact information in the description box below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Take care.